The man marked by flames. Hello, One Piece enthusiasts. I'm the One Piece nerd, and today let's talk about the man marked by flames. I've talked about this before, and I've got new clues and further evidences to talk about the next person. Do I have another additional guess? No, I don't. But it's a guess nonetheless. And obviously, it's been brought up in chapter 1082. We've got additional hints, and let's get into details. Before we move on, make sure to like and subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Now that you have, let's begin. Where does it all begin? It all begins with Jaguar D Saw. The first time we knew he was alive, that's when we started making speculations on the man. That's when I started to make my speculation on my man marked by flames. And now that that's come into fruition, I'm quite sure Saw is living on Elbaf. We haven't seen him, but it's most likely he's been living in Elbaf because he needs protection and whatever, he needs to be in hiding and whatever whatnot. Although the recent hint we did get with Blackbeard and Kuzan talking about the man marked by flames, it definitely wasn't Kuzan, duh. It said that this man lives on a ship that's covered by mist or whatever, and every time someone goes near it, it creates a whirlpool. And obviously Jaguar D Saw did not have a fruit the time we met him. He is a giant. Yeah, he could be living on that ship. He could probably not be living in Elbaf, but at the same time, Elbaf is not affiliated with the world government. It's been protected by Shanks. It's allied with Shanks. So I find it hard to believe that it's Saul, because if it was, I would think Aokiji would know. Aokiji and Saul are pretty good friends. I really think that if Aokiji knew that Saul was alive, he would be talking about it. But then again, we don't know his agenda with Blackbeard. He probably doesn't want to give Blackbeard all the 4 poneglyphs. And I don't even know, man. It sounds like very far-fetched for it to be Saw at this point. Like, yeah, we can reunite with Saw and then we'll probably reunite with Saw and then get some Nico Robin moments. But I think if it was Saw, and if he was living on Elbaf, or he was sort of connected with Elbaf, Shanks would know it by now. But I also find it hard to believe that Shanks has access to the last poneglyph. It could be Elbaf. Because remember when Oda hinted at possible islands for that contain the 4 poneglyphs, among which I would like to believe Elbaf was the primary guess of everyone. It sounds too obvious, but why would we have a ship? Why would we have one person with the ship that knows the access to the poneglyph? And now, okay, enough with whoever it could be, like whether or not it could be Saw. I'd like to believe it's not him. That spices things up a bit. And my next guess would be Dragon. But of course, Dragon being a very good guess, honestly. Now, Dragon, of course, being the leader of the Revolutionary Army, he is neither affiliated with the world government or the pirates. He's living on his own terms. He's making life difficult for the world government. It would be interesting for him to have the 4th poneglyph. And of course, the scar mark that he has, and the man marked by flames is definitely, it's roughly translated as someone with a burn mark of flames, or a scar that looks like flames, or something like that, something along that line. Dragon, in that aspect, makes sense. He's a very interesting character, one we have very little idea about, although we do know a lot more than we used to. And of course, him being a very influential figure and whatnot. And of course, him being the possessor of the 4th poneglyph would make it hard for most people to get the access to the 4th poneglyph. But that is not the case, at least that's what I like to believe, because Robin's met Dragon. Dragon and Robin stayed together for 2 years. Robin trained with the revolutionaries. If Dragon had the 4th poneglyph, I would think he would tell that to Robin. But then again, we could also speculate that it's very dangerous for him to let know that, I have the 4th poneglyph, and if Robin somehow got captured and whatever, if things went south, that would go very wrong. But that's a guess out of my list even now. So the last guess I have, and then another guess I definitely have, is Copacabana. I'm going to stick to that. Scalper Gaban, the last time I said it, my bets were hinged on Scalper Gaban being the man marked by flames who has the fourth poneglyph because it makes the most sense. He is the past member of the Roger crew. He is probably as strong, if not as strong as Rayleigh. Still pretty strong. I don't really know how the whole entire whirlpool thing kicks in. Maybe you could do something with Haki. Maybe he got a devil fruit. I don't know. Maybe he has allies that has devil fruits that's protecting the fourth poneglyph. It makes sense for for one Roger Pirate member to be in charge of the last poneglyph. And it was moved from the place where Roger found it to somewhere else, and I like to believe one of the Roger Pirates took charge of that. If not, I don't really know, honestly. Because remember, Saul at the time, okay, maybe so. I mean, if anyone's gonna move the fourth poneglyph after Roger's adventures, it would be the Roger Pirates. It would be the Roger Pirates who know the secrets of the One Piece world, and they know that if this information is found by the world government or anyone dangerous, it's going to be very bad for everyone. So it makes very obvious sense as to why it could be a former Roger Pirate member, especially Scalper Gaban. And now lastly, you know what I want to see? You know what I really, really want to see? A new character. A new character. One that's been leaked by Oda himself. I don't know how true this information is. You guys can know. Let me know in the comments below. The man with an eye patch. Remember how Oda always emphasizes on creating characters that have the quirky aspects of a pirate? Crocodile with the hook. And who else again? I have no idea. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, man. Crocodile with the hook and whatnot. Who has the parrot? I have no idea. But not the point. And the whole Jolly Roger thing being skulls and whatever. Anyways, point being, pirates have eye patch. And we haven't seen a pirate thus far who has an eye patch. And I think, if my statement is correct, and the statement is actually factual from Oda, he said, a man with an eye patch will appear that will signify the ending of One Piece. That will signal the ending of One Piece, and that is when the end game has started. So far, we haven't seen we haven't seen anyone with an eye patch yet. I feel like if it's gonna be anyone that is a man marked by flames, probably got marked by flames, his eyes got marked by flames or whatever, and that's how he got his eye patch. That would be an interesting story. It could be Scalper Gavan, it could be anyone else, honestly. I don't really care. I want to see a new character. I want to see a new character in perspective of the One Piece world. How and why does he have an access to the fourth poneglyph? And, what's his role, really? And man with an eye patch? Very interesting, if you ask me. Well, that's pretty much it. I want to see a new character. If it's anyone from the existing characters, I'd like to see it to be Scalper Gaban. If it is Saul, I would be slightly disappointed because, for all we know, he's in Elbaf with the information he got from Ohara, and that's why he's there, escaping from the world government. At least that's what I formulate. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to like and subscribe. Have a great day, and peace.